Personally, he has no what you call objections going there.
Okay.
But as I from the institution side, there's a restriction. That's why I have submitted. When I go to Sabarimala, and from Sabarimala, if I speak that it's written Tatumasi.
Yeah.
See, what I believe and what I preach is God is only one. So to whom I went there is inside me.
Yes.
Okay, from there I can say the godly nature which is there in the Jesus Christ, the same godly nature is there in Ayyappa. And the same godly nature is there in Muhammad Nabi.
Yeah.
And the same godly nature is in me and you.
Okay.
So that's what I preach.
We have with us Reverend Dr. K G Manoj, a software engineer turned spiritualist. Till 2015, he was a software engineer by profession working in Trivandrum. But later, he attained priesthood and finally he has taken this decision to go to Sabarimala. But here, the Anglican Church of India has restrained him from going to Sabarimala and has also recalled his pastoral duties. But now he has decided that on the 20th of September that he is going to visit Sabarimala temple. Sir, could you just tell your viewpoints on how that you moved on from software engineering and now that you have taken this decision to go to Sabarimala and that you are facing resistance from your own church?
Okay, you're asking a question. It's a long process, no?
Yes.
So I don't know how to put it in a short verse.
Yeah.
Okay, basically I born in a traditional family. My
Right.
parents were CSI Christians.
Okay.
So from my childhood, I grew in a spiritual background.
Right.
Okay, and as I grow, I started my journey towards I would like to rather you say like we can say I like to communicate with God. I like to see my God, or I want to hear from God. I want to
Right.
experience my God. But Bible says through the characters of Bible all these are possible.
Right.
But I started asking questions to my priest and other preachers, how to attain this in my life.
Okay.
So none of them could satisfy my need.
Right.
And then I moved to my professional degree. Then I entered into my family life.
Yeah.
Then slowly this, so knowing the truth, this fade out in my life. Then I enjoyed my professional life. Then I moved to many countries as
Right.
part of my job.
Yeah.
Then again at age of 35, I restarted my spiritual journey.
Okay.
So that time I stepped out from my Christian belief system and the traditions and all.
Okay.
Then from there I start searching God where I can find this truth. So then slowly God arranged opportunities or arranged circumstances to know Him, to hear from Him,
Right.
to feel Him. So finally I could taste Him as I desired.
Right.
Then finally I thought, okay, I struggled a lot to find that God and be with Him and taste Him. So I like to simplify the process and those who are searching for godly experience. So I set a pattern.
Okay.
So those who are willing to know God, I can in a minimal period of time and through the minimal steps,
Yeah.
I could enable a person to experience that godly feelings.
Right.
So 2010 onwards, I started doing this.
Okay.
Through training programs, seminars, camps,
Yeah.
and all. I started doing this. Then 2015, I thought, so it's better to put into this way rather than working for some companies
Right.
or working hard for earning some money. So it's better to help people to understand God, experience God. So I thought, let me move this way.
Okay.
So finally, I thought, when you talk spiritual matters, the government is set some rules.
Yeah.
Okay. There are also some authentic person only supposed to do this and all. Like in Kshetra, there is Pujari.
Yes.
So Devasam board appoints this person. So in Christ, in churches also there is priest. So only those people are supposed to preach or tell about God.
Correct.
So there are some certain rules in India.
Okay.
So I thought I should also have some authority to do things like that.
Okay.
Otherwise later on if some issues comes,
Yeah.
then I will be in a dilemma.
Right.
So like that, I approach so many church denominations. So everywhere, to get into a priesthood is a long process, and everywhere we have to take a church. If I am a priest, I have to take care of a church.
Yeah.
So for me, that traditions and already I left out. Okay,
Okay.
that inside church activities I don't like.
Okay.
So my aim is to reveal the spirituality, to help a person to understand God in his life.
Okay.
So I don't want to involve in all these church activities. So I am searching for a better option. So finally, I could find that I can be a priest instead of taking a church charge
Okay.
in Anglican Church.
Okay.
So since they don't have much churches in South India,
Right.
so they provide priesthood, and the only thing they say is within their rules we have to preach gospel. Outside we can go and preach.
Okay.
So like that only I'm taking the priesthood of Anglican Church.
Right.
So from 2015 onwards, whatever they said, I took their MDiv degree and PhD, and finally they gave the priesthood in 2022.
22.
So from there onwards, I was preaching with an authority.
Okay.
So I had all this license of conducting as
Right. Pastoral
duties
Right.
and all. So I was going forward like that.
So after that, you decided one fine day that you decided to visit Lord Sabarimala, Lord Ayyappa in Sabarimala temple. Could you explain us, like, what was the resistance that came from the Anglican Church? What was their opinion about that, and why did they actually
Okay.
resist?
So before that, I'll tell you why I decided to go to Sabarimala.
Yes.
Okay. So when I started my trainings and other seminars and all,
Yeah.
so initially people from the Christian background came to attend that,
Okay.
and then slowly other from other community religions, students and youngsters started coming into my training programs.
Right.
So when it started flourishing, obviously from other religion, the parents of their children and
Yeah.
youngsters got a doubt
Okay.
whether this priest will convert them into Christianity, something like
Okay.
that. No? So it's a natural doubt, because since I am wearing a priest pastoral
Yes, the dress.
costumes and all.
Yeah.
So then I thought I need to reveal myself. I am not
Right.
a religious person. I am a spiritual person.
Okay.
So I need to be there in their what you call religion also. Then only they will understand I am not a Christian, a representative of priest.
Okay.
So for that reason only, to prove myself, so that's one of the reason I decided to go to Sabarimala.
Right.
And the second thing is, see, what I believe and what I preach is, God is only one. Okay. So when I go to Sabarimala, and from Sabarimala, if I speak that it's written Tatumasi.
Yeah.
Okay. So to whom I went there is inside me.
Yes.
Okay. From there I can say the godly nature which is there in the Jesus Christ, the same godly nature is there in Ayyappa.
Okay.
And the same godly nature is there in Muhammad Nabi.
Yeah.
And the same godly nature is in me and you.
Okay.
So that's what I preach.
Right.
So the right platform is Sabarimala to tell that truth, because it's written Tatumasi. So that's the second reason I decided to go there.
Go there. Okay.
And the third reason is other religious centers of Hindus like Guruvayur and all.
Yes.
And we cannot go and visit there. Restrictions are there.
Yes.
But Sabarimala accepts all kind of religious people, irrespective of their belief system or other things.
Yes.
They welcome all the people there. So I thought there is no restrictions, so there won't be any what you call controversies. So that's why I decided to go to Sabarimala. So there are so many reasons. So I cannot say there's only one reason.
One reason, yes, right. And Manoj, then this issue happened that when you decided to go to a temple and you wore a sacred thread and you started your penance. It was at that moment that there was some kind of restrictions and resistance from the church. Could you explain on that?
Yeah, okay. See, this I'll come into the other way.
Yeah.
Okay. I told you I have worked in so many MNCs
Yes.
while I was working as a software engineer. Each company has their own policies and rules and regulations. Right. So if you violate that, they will throw you out.
Yes.
So like that, the Anglican Church is also an institution.
Right.
Even though it's a religious platform is an institution. So they also have their own rules and regulations and rituals and customs and all.
Yes.
So going to Sabarimala by wearing a this mala and going to a temple for worshipping the Lord and all is against the principles and rituals of this Anglican Church. So they asked me, why why you are doing this? What intention you are doing this? And you should not do like this when you are when you are part of us. So then I thought, anyway, I have to go forward because this decision is based on so many factors. So my aim and my intention is different. So I cannot convince all these to them. And even though if they are convinced it's against their rules and policies, then they have to restructure everything.
Correct.
So instead of going into so many problems, then I thought let me revert all these things. Then I submitted all the documents they have given, all the authorities they have given, all the ID cards and certificates they have given. I have submitted everything. So it's a mutual agreement actually. This is not a restriction from their side. That's why I not like this. It's mutually. I am from my side. I am willingly submitted that. It's went like that way.
Okay. Right. Now, when are you planning to go to Sabarimala? And how do you feel this moment, especially after taking the penance and and from a software engineer to spiritualism? How do you look at this journey actually?
Okay. Actually, that's a job. The software industry is a job. I am working for somebody and I am getting the salary. Here is not a job. It's a mission.
Right.
So not only that, it's helping people to find God, and it's a noble task. So here there is no salary. Okay. So I am not working for some remuneration or salary or something like that. So it's a divine task. So He has to guide me and He has to lead me. The provision is from the God. So when I say all these things, a common people will not understand. Okay. So if you are a father, whether your child need to come and ask you, Papa, give me some food, he never ask that. You will give that provision. So dress, food, everything you will give as a father, right? So I am working for my Father, Heavenly Father. Okay. And I don't know how many people will understand if I call the Father, Ishvara is my Father. I don't know how many people will understand. But I believe and I work like that. Okay. So my provision is coming from my Ishvara or my God. So I am going in that way. From last 5 years, I am moving like this. So even though I was working with the Anglican Church, there was no salary. There was no perks. Nothing. There, absolutely, in financial side, there is no income from that side. Okay. So even though when I was working with them, the provision is from the Lord.
Is your pastoral duties now been refrained? Basically, is it been taken out? And what about other pastoral duties like solemnizing and wedding? Are you able to?
No, here onwards I cannot do that because there is the license I have submitted back. So I could not do all these things in public now.
Okay. Did you have an interaction with the bishop or anyone in the top level of the church? Like, has they agreed to talk with you regarding this?
Okay, yeah. There is a bishop in Kerala, and there is a bishop in Chennai. So Chennai bishop is Archbishop, and there is a Kerala bishop also. And the Kerala bishop is unfortunately or fortunately he is not here. He is gone for a seminar at Sri Lanka. He'll be back maybe after 10 or 15 days only. So he talked to me through the phone. And he only, through him only I have submitted all these things back. So personally he has no, objections going there. But from the institution side, there's a restriction. That's why I have submitted a lot of them.
Okay. Anyway, thank you so much for talking to us and wish you all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
For such fine news breaks and video features from ground on your mobile phones, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The New Indian, by clicking on the bell icon. Also, follow us on the social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Co.